it was not getting started. So thank you for joining us on a Saturday afternoon. You could have done a lot of other things, but you have joined here. It tells that you are really wanted to be here. And let me see whether I'm live. Okay. Welcome all. Okay, I think I'm live. Okay. Welcome all. Yeah, I'm live. Okay. So thank you all. Thank you all for coming on a Saturday afternoon. You could have done a lot of other things as I've told, but you're here. Shows your commitment. And as promised, we'll do everything: HTML, CSS, JavaScript. But I will tell from the starting only. HTML will be complete. So someone was asking also HTML revision he wants to do. So HTML we will do HTML completely, but JavaScript and CSS will only touch the surface, because JavaScript is, those are new on this channel, they don't know that JavaScript and CSS we have like full courses are out there. And one more thing I want to say, so a lot of you were asking for internship. Yeah, we have internship also, because we are taking our next batch of interns who will join us in your November starting. So November starting they will join us, and we are running a challenge for that, and I will tell about that challenge at the end. I will tell about the challenge at the end, towards the end. So towards the end means around 6. So this workshop is from 3 to 6. So I'm going to tell about that at 6. Okay, around 6 I will tell. Okay, so that is there. And what else? So we are going to start at around 3:30 p.m. because right now I wanted to tell you all a bit about myself, a bit about the way you can become a web app developer, what is a web app developer, those are other things, and how you can get the certificate. So those things are there. Please join quickly. All of you, please join quickly and all, and start joining, and that is there. So please start joining, and we are live. Start joining, and we're going to start. And what else? So I cannot see a lot of people have joined. So please do join quickly, and we're going to start. And so let me get started, because as I've told, this is not just me talking about what we are going to do, how you can become a developer and all. This is a workshop in which you are going to learn. Someone was telling that he doesn't know that much CSS. Yeah, you can be a CSS master from our side, because we run from a YouTube channel, because we run a lot of CSS things on the channel, like CSS workshops, CSS projects, and all those things we are going to learn. Okay, so that is there. And let me also now start sharing my screen. Let the people join, but let me start sharing my screen. And okay, so let me start sharing my screen, and let me tell a bit about myself. So my name is Nabindu Vishwas, and I'm helping everyone, non-IT professional students, become a web developer. So a lot of the people who are with me are from non-IT background. They're having gap. Uh, they were doing preparing for UPSC and all those things. So all those kind of people are there, and a lot of my students are like that. They have a gap, and they are able to get the job because they had followed me. They had done we run paid courses also. They run paid courses, or they have followed us on YouTube also. A lot of people have become developer followers on YouTube, because I am doing this for the past 1 year. I've total 16 years of experience, and right now I'm a full-time corporate trainer, React.js teacher, and a trainer, and I'm the founder of TWT, on which you are seeing this thing. So beside me we have other people also. We have just amazing teachers at TWT, like Mosam is there, and Hari is there, with both of whom you're going to see today. Both of them, Hari also and Mosam also, because Mosam is going to take CSS, and Hari is going to take the JavaScript part. I'm going to take the basic and the HTML. I'm going to come towards the end also. I'm going to tell what it is required to get the internship at our company. So which will start from November, and we have total four positions, and we always keep on taking interns and all. So what are the criteria for that thing? And okay, and one more thing, criteria to get a participation certificate is that you have to, so let me tell that at the starting also, or else people will ask. Let me tell that at the starting only. So that is there the criteria to get the participation certificate, and you'll get a nice participation certificate. And a participation certificate weightage is lot, because people get to know you. Okay, because I will tell 5 people will get to know you. And we are live on LinkedIn also. Please, people who are watching on LinkedIn, can you all please come on YouTube, because I want you all to sit on YouTube and all. Okay, so everybody who is watching on some other platform, you're live on Facebook also, please do come on YouTube because that is our main platform. Okay, and one now coming to the attendance, how you'll get the participation certificate, how we will know that you have attended this thing. So we'll give you 2 attendance certificate, not one but 2 attendance certificate. One at around 3:30 p.m. IST and one at around 5:45 p.m. IST. So 5:30 to 5:45. I cannot tell exact time. So at that time, but first one I will give it at 3:30 p.m. IST. The moment we will start HTML, I'll give it for that. Okay, so in this participation certificate, whenever you fill the response, I think most of you know, if you fill this Google form, we'll get your data. We'll get your data that who is there. So please give the right email address because you are going to get the participation certificate on your email address tomorrow evening. Okay, okay, don't ask again. Tomorrow evening you're going to get the participation because we give participation certificate to more than 60-70 people. More than 60-70 people attends our workshop and they get the participation certificate, which we have already shown. Like what is the participation certificate, I think. And then you have to enter your name. Please enter the right name in which you want to get the certificate. Okay, in which you are going to get the certificate. And then one more thing we need, and it is required, that YouTube username by which you have subscribed to the channel. Yeah, we are doing so much for the community, so we at least require that much effort from you to hit the subscribe button. So please do hit the subscribe button and give us the username by which you are subscribed. This username will be secret with us because this username, anyways, you're not going to get the certificate with this YouTube username. You're going to get the certificate with the real name. And then please give whether you are a non-IT professional, production support student, whatever you are, you can give it. And then your LinkedIn profile. If you have a LinkedIn profile, please give it, or else you don't have a LinkedIn profile. We are asking LinkedIn profile for a reason. I'll tell about that. And this is the first attendance form. Second attendance form is exactly copy of it. And because we take 2 attendance form, because people are like that, they'll attend the first one and then they'll go away. No, we want you to attend the complete thing. You want to attend the that's why we give you 2 attendance form. It is mandatory to fill both the attendance form. So that is there. Okay, and now coming back to me. So my name is Rabindu. I have 16 years of experience, as I've told. I've worked in almost all. I'm a tech author also. You can go to this LinkedIn profile, and this is my LinkedIn profile. Please do connect with me if you want to connect with me. This is my LinkedIn profile. You all can go through it and all. So 16 years, past 15 years, I was a developer. I was an associate architect. That was my last job was in Bangalore as an associate architect, and as a associate architect, I have worked in IBM. I have worked in Oracle. I have worked in almost all big companies. Okay, 𝐏𝐵𝐺 and all those things. Even I have worked in a government company. So that is there, and that is beside me. And but 2 years back, I know my passion was to help help people, help people to code and help people get a job in IT. So 1 year back, I became a full-time JavaScript teacher, and I'm training people. And till date, in the past 1 year, we have trained more than 200 people and able to give them a job. Means a lot of them are from corporate batch, but more than 20-30 people. And slowly we are getting their testimonial also on the side. You can see the testimonial. Slowly we are getting the testimonials also on the side. So that is there. That is about me. That is me helping people, anyone with the gap, and my experience and my team experience to get people who have a gap in their career, get people who are from mechanical background and all to get a job. Okay, mechanical background, who have a gap, who have something. It is not like that you are already if you are from computer science background, it is more than it is okay, but we specializes in giving people from mechanical background, people from production support background. Those people we help mostly, because there are a lot of other people who help the people who are in the IT sector. And generally nowadays what happens, they go for fan companies, because we don't specializes in giving you to a fan company. Or fan company means Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix and Google. We specializes just in one thing. If you're a person who have a 10 years gap, who have a 5 years gap, who have a 6 year gap, who have 20 years gap. One of my teacher have 20-year gap, like he was not from IT and he's now into IT. So we help people like that. We help people like this guy. This guy was from a mechanical background, and he's not even my student, paid student. He just got through our YouTube channel and he became a developer in a startup. This is a startup job. There are way too many startup jobs out there. Okay, so there are more startup jobs. That's what I was telling people. Then some people also get our React.js job by watching our React.js video. So this guy got a job because watching our React.js video. This guy got an internship at VMware. VMware is a very big company in Bangalore. It's like they produce like the virtual machines. I think like you might have used like in Windows, you can use Mac, or in Mac you can use Windows, something that kind of software they create. Okay, so that is something which they do, and that is there, and that is about me. And we are helping people, and we are on a mission to help more than 10,000 people getting into IT every year. So that is a mission, and that's why we also want to grow our YouTube channel so that we can reach more people. And this is about us. TWD is a registered company, so you'll get from them. We pay our GST on time. Okay, so that is there. And now let me quickly tell a bit more. So what we specialize in, what you should learn right now. So there are a lot of confusion that what you should learn. You should learn PHP, you should learn Perl, you should learn Python, or you should learn data science and all. No, you should learn mobile development. Mobile development is okay, or you should learn cloud and all. So cloud and all, mobile development and all are okay, but Python and all, it is not okay. Data science and all, it is not okay. There are not many jobs in that. I know there is a job in cloud is there, and there is a job in mobile development, but the easiest way if you're from a non-IT background to get a job is in web development, because those are the jobs which are the most in number. Because whatever we are seeing right now, so I have opened the LinkedIn thing. So LinkedIn is what? LinkedIn is a web app. This is not like an application. Most of you are quite young, you might even don't know the desktop apps used to be there in when we were growing up. There was desktop app, no web app was there. Like Facebook is very new, like 2010 it is there, and Facebook is a very complicated system. So those all the things are known as a web app. They're not a website, they're web app. So that's why in Facebook there are like thousands of people, thousands and thousands of people work to create only that website. And that is most complicated website on the planet, because that have 3 billion people on it, which half of this planet's population Facebook have got. So how much tech goes behind it to make it stable? Those who know 3 4 years back Flipkart used to, now big billion days are coming again. So those who know a bit also, 3 4 years back when Flipkart was just new, at big billion days their site used to crash down with the heavy load. So those all things are also done by developers only. So those are not complicated. I used to work in those things. I used to work in Uber like apps when I was working. Okay, I should work on those apps. So for those things you don't need very high funded things. You need only HTML, CSS, JavaScript, because at the end of the day everything is HTML, CSS, JavaScript only. So browser doesn't understand anything else. You have to know only these things, plus you have to know React.js, because React.js is a JavaScript library, and this you have to know to create something like LinkedIn, create something like Facebook. And we have some clones also on our site. You can see how easy it is to create sites like mm, even WhatsApp. We have WhatsApp clone on a YouTube channel. You can see how easy it is. Okay, so that is there. And you have to know this React thing. And fortunately with each all these 4 things in a loop on a channel. In a loop means every month we teach HTML, CSS, JavaScript and React. But HTML is very small, it will take hardly 1 hour to teach. CSS, JavaScript and React, it takes around 4 hour each, and 4 hour each today we cannot spend. So we have this on a weekdays, generally at 8:30 p.m. or at 4 p.m. we have. So 4-day certification course, and that is also certification course. 4-day CSS certification course, 4 days JavaScript certification course, 4 days React.js certification course. So we have that also on the channel, continuously running every month. If you want to do, you can do it. Okay, so that is there. So that is the next step. After this is the just the you are just will give you the taste of web development. If you're from a non-IT background, you'll see how easy it is to get into web development. You'll give a taste of it, and then you decide whether this is a career or not. If you're a mechanical engineer, if you're scared to get into web development, this is to get you out of the scarcity mindset. This thing is for that, so you are not scared anymore. Okay, so I'm going to soon start the HTML, and you'll find how easy the CSS is it. All those things we are going to do. And beside this, another thing, this is the last thing I'm telling. So and then after that we're going to start. Okay, so there are three. I just show that mechanical guy example. Actually he's not my student, but he followed these 3 secrets, and that is the reason he got a job in a startup. What he did actually, he did a lot of networking. See, if you're from a mechanical engineer, how do I know you know coding? Mechanical engineer don't touch a computer in their life. So how do I know that you know coding? How do I know? I don't know you know coding or not. You have to do a lot of networking in the sense you have to go on LinkedIn, you have to go on Twitter, you have to go on Instagram, you have to go on Facebook and all. Facebook groups, you get a lot of jobs there. Instagram, you go to the developers, you put what you're doing, what you're learning, but the main site is LinkedIn. That's why we were asking LinkedIn to you, because that is the main site. And one more thing I want to say, that I am an influencer on LinkedIn. What is influencer means? Influencer means this thing. I hope everybody knows, if someone is having a lot of connection on Instagram, what does that mean? Similarly, if someone is having this much connection on LinkedIn, what does it mean? I'm an influencer. I'm in connected with almost everybody on this, everybody here. So not only that, means in LinkedIn has a limit of 30,000. Okay, so I am on the 23,000, on the verge of that. So a lot of big people also connect with me, Microsoft people, Google people. I got a job offer also at Google, but my passion was this, so I came here. And in fact, I think some of you might know someone like a Gary V. I think he's enough, like some of you might know. So even he invited me to get connected to his newsletter. Maybe his team invited me, but his team also saw something in me that they invited me. And this lady, this wonderful lady, she is also very big. She's one of the top person in US, and she's a that angel investor. She also invited me for this. Maybe the team invited me, but then they invited me. Okay, so that is there. So when you get a certificate from us, I am going to promote you, that you got a certificate from us. We generally promote everyone who got a certificate from us on a Monday on my channel, to my 23,000 people who are like from startups. Everybody is there in my connection. If I do anything, it reaches to all the people. So that is what I'm going to do. But as I'm told, you have to do something on LinkedIn. Okay, so you have to do, see, one of my student is there. This is one of my student. He attends the physical batch. Actually, this guy is also like very awesome. So this guy also used to watch like videos, like one of the thing which you are watching right now. And he is from Hyderabad. He's from Hyderabad actually. And he just has one crazy thing in his mind, that he wanted to learn from me physically. I don't take much physical batch, but then also I take physical batch. And he traveled from Hyderabad to my hometown of Bhopal, and he come daily to my home right now to learn. And like he's written Bhopal, but he's from Hyderabad, and I'm helping him to learn it. I take physical batches also, but not that much. But I take physical batch. And he's also from mechanical engineer background, who's looking for change, and like he's coming at my channel, my place, okay, daily, and I'm helping him to learn. So if you see that he has a very good profile, that he's aspiring front end developer. So like this, you have to get profile, and you have to make post like this. You have to make post like this, like what you're doing. So this is how you get. And you have to increase your followers. Like every week you can add 50 followers. You add those things. So he's like I'm teaching him on a physical basis. Like he comes to my home and all. It is there. And see, hats off to his dedication. He doesn't even know Hindi, and he's coming here. He's coming here in the heart of like this is like here Hindi only works. Okay, so he's coming here from Hyderabad. He came and he's learning it, and he will going to make it. He's very hardworking. So the thing is that you need to be hardworking. You need to do daily code 2 hours a day. He's code more than that. Okay, and that is there. And you have to do some challenges and all, like 100 days of code, 100 days of project. What are this? Find it out. Okay, so I will not waste a lot of time. So this all things you have to do. You have to be like, anyone can become a web developer. But see, this guy, he's a mechanical engineer, and I don't know whether he have written this or not. And I'll make sure he will become a developer. I'll make sure that. And because a lot of I think he have not mentioned it, but okay, I mentioned it. He's 2015 pass out. Means how many years of gap? Tell me how many years of gap. It is like 5, 6, 7 years of gap, and that also for mechanical engineer. He's not a computer science engineer, but I'm 100% sure in 3-4 months he will get a developer job. He will get a developer job because there are more jobs than people. He will not get a developer job in Infosys, TCS. They will not even look into his resume. Because someday back only someone from TCS was paying TCS Indore. Because we have a lot of jobs in Indore also, which is near to Bhopal. He pinged me and asked me, sir, I want. Everybody knows that I am running this institute and all. I know I need some of a student. Okay, I told him that HR from TCS he contacted me. So I told him, see, most of my students are like from non-IT background. They have gaps. it's sorry, we cannot take them. And yeah, I say, I know you cannot take Infosys. He says he can never get to Infosys and TCS, but he can get to a very good startup. We will pay him 10 times more than what the Infosys pays, because for them it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for them that you are a mechanical engineer, you are a housewife or something. It doesn't matter for them. Okay, so that is there, and that is what we want to do. I'm going to tell a bit about what our we run online batches also, and physical batches. So physical batches not that much, but online batches are the main thing which you run every 2 months. I will tell at the end. I'm telling about the starting only. We run paid physical batches. I will tell about that. And if you want to do, you can do from a paid physical batches. You can do from a YouTube channel also. A lot of people have become developer from a YouTube channel also, but the mentorship is less. Okay, so but it is there. If you want, you can do. We are not like that. You have to do a paid batch only. Okay, no, you can. We give every knowledge, every bit of knowledge on YouTube. Every bit of knowledge. We don't hold out everything to ourselves, but we cannot give our personal time on YouTube. Okay, so that is something which our paid student can get. That is something like they will get a job guarantee also if they do the thing. But it is not like that they will come and they'll get a job guarantee. No, they have to perform the projects. This guy Bhargava, he's like crazy. He's doing like project at such a fast pace from mechanical engineer. He's like learning at a so fast pace that he will get a job in 2 months. Okay, so that is there. Let me send the first attendance. Okay, good evening. Good evening, Abhishek. And wait, mark your first attendance. Yeah. So this is the first attendance, very important. Good evening, Abhishek, and very important to fill it. Okay, let me 1 sec. Let me see if someone is seeing it on the LinkedIn, and I tell people to watch it here, and then they don't understand, and someone. Okay, no, good evening, Abhishek. Nobody is watching on LinkedIn. Okay, okay, someone is watching on LinkedIn. So please do come on. Mark your attendance one. Okay, so please mark your attendance one. Yeah, I'm not going to do much on LinkedIn. Okay, so I have given this first attendance. Okay, so that is there. Please keep on. Please start filling the first attendance. Okay, 1 sec. Am I not live or what? Okay, 1 second. Nobody is replying. Okay, so I think I'm live and all, so no problem. So as I've told, let us now start with the, and please do like and subscribe if you're liking what we are doing. And now let me start. Okay, let me close it. Close it. Okay. So we'll start with HTML. So as I've told, this is for exact beginner. If you are from mechanical now, don't worry. So HTML will start from exact beginner. So where should we code? In a code editor. Where should we should code in a code editor. Nowadays nobody codes in like Notepad++. 10 years back people used to code in Notepad. So I cannot show Notepad++ because I'm using a Mac. Doesn't make a difference. So Notepad++ is the system in Windows in which people used to code earlier. But nowadays you should not even touch Notepad++ for coding. There is a very good lightweight code editor known as VS Code. You should code in that, and that is lightweight means very lightweight. I have students of i3 fourth generation, and so people ask about specifications. Yes, specifications are very important. i3 fourth generation, 4 GB RAM, and this runs very well, because earlier what used to happen, this came 2-3 years back only, there were some very heavy code editor like Visual Studio, not code, Visual Studio, and it was paid also. This is completely free. This is completely free. So you go here, you install it. If you're on a Windows, you will see this download Windows Universal, like that you will get. I'm getting this. How to install it on a Windows? I have one video on my channel, because we have a Windows system also. So I have one video on my channel. When I got the Windows system, I just installed everything which is required for development, including this VS Code. So you can see how to do this VS Code in our in our system. Okay, so that is there in our YouTube channel, not a system, in our YouTube channel. Okay, so that is there. And so once you install it, what will happen, you will get something like this. Let me take it at this place. Okay, because you will get, I have taken both of this side by side, something like this. So this is known as a code editor. This is known as a code editor. So what we do, you open any folder. I have opened in a folder. Windows also, everybody knows how to open. You open it in a C drive, D drive, any drive you open. E drive, some people have E drive also. So you open it there, or you open it in a desktop, doesn't matter. Then you right click on that anywhere on a desktop also, it is okay. Right click, new folder. It is there in Windows also. HTML basics. I'll do HTML basics, and that is there. And see, I require a very high configuration system for to do this live thing, so that's why I'm using Mac, or else I would not use Mac. Okay, so I'm on. So HTML basics is there, and I'm telling you, some people get scared that whether it will work on Windows. It will work perfectly on Windows. So HTML basics I will take and I will put it there. See how you have to do, you have to drag it and keep your hand over the mouse and leave it. And please, you need to have one thing I want to tell, that some people might be watching it on the mobile, but you need to have a laptop. Okay, you need to have a laptop for coding, because it is very difficult to code on a mobile. Although you can do, but not many good things are there. There's some online code editor, but you will be confused more than anything else. Okay, so that is there. So this I have done, and this is the, like this it is done. Now what you need to do, you need to create a file. Like what file I need to create? So every file on the computer have got an extension. Like jpg file have got jpg extension, excel file have got xls extension. So like that, every programming file also have an extension. So this will have an extension. Like I have to create a file here. So in this thing you have to click this thing where I'm moving mouse away, click it, and it will create a new file. So side one creates a new folder. I'll do a index.html. Index.html I've done. Okay, index.html. So index is a file name which you can give anything. .html, as I told, .jpg is there. So .html is the html file. Okay, so here now again I have told you to work on, I can close this, minimize it so that I can have more space. So again, as I've told, you need to use VS Code, because there are some shortcuts in VS Code, and one of the shortcut is like get the HTML skeleton code. Skeleton code is means the code in which you can directly start. Like you can directly start. Okay, so you don't have to write it again and again, which is the same boilerplate code. And don't worry, I'm going to explain the boilerplate code also. So I'll do it not. So I've done a not, and then it will open this abbreviation. So after that, you have to press either enter or the tab. Enter or tab, anything you can enter. So enter I will press, and then see it will come like this. Doc type, HTML, HTML lang and all. So I hope I'm showing it in a very large font so that you can watch it on the mobile also. So I'm showing it on very large font. Okay, so that is there. And those who have not still filled the attendance form, please fill the attendance form right now, and please do subscribe, and it is mandatory to subscribe also, and that is, and provide your subscription ID in the attendance form. So that is there. And because we expect at least that much from you, because we're doing so much every week and week, every day we have a live session. No other channel on the internet right now have that much. Okay, and so what is this doc type? This HTML skeleton, again I will tell how I did it. Is not, and then the enter I do, and it will come. So first thing is doc type HTML. Doc type HTML means this is HTML version 5. HTML version 5. See, HTML is governed by a committee known as W3C committee. HTML was created along with the internet in 1993 and in the US, and a committee which oversees it is known as W3C. And in 2015, there was a new version of HTML came out, HTML version 5. Before that, there was 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. It was there. Okay, so HTML version 5. You have to do it like this doc type HTML. So that is something which is mandatory. Then we have this HTML tag. See, most of the HTMLs are like this. It will get a starting and the ending. Starting and ending means like this HTML is a starting, and this pointed brackets are there. Pointed brackets are there. HTML has a starting and HTML has an ending. Head is a starting and head has an ending. Body has a starting, body has an ending. Okay, so that is like that. Okay, HTML. So the HTML is the first tag, which is the main tag. It has got a two children. One is the head and one is the body. So what is this head? What is this head all about? So head generally contains the metadata of a website, web, whatever you say, it contains that. And title also, the title is something which you're seeing here, Visual Studio Code. It will be something like that. We are going to see like HTML basics I will do. Okay, so HTML basics I will do. And what is this meta? So meta is something which don't have to learn much. Meta is for the digital marketer and not for the web developer, because I hope everybody knows that the second best job today on earth is for digital marketers. First best job is software engineer, because everything slowly will become software only. Everything from your doctors to your lawyers, everything will come into software only. Okay, so that is it, and it is coming, and nobody can stop it. So digital marketers, why digital marketers are the best, second best job? Because there are a lot of startups, even the big companies there like this Microsoft, and everybody needs publicity. So how they are going to do publicity? Everything is on the internet. So there is something known as SEO, and there are other. Digital marketing is very huge. So SEO is the search engine optimization. So search engine optimization means that optimization of especially this meta tag in a way that your website become more visible on Google. How on Google? See, when you create a website and put it on any host like GoDaddy and all, so how does anybody knows about it? So someone will go to search on Google, and then they are going to know about it. Suppose this when this is for Microsoft, when they put this on Google, so what they have done in SEO, in meta tag, you can add keywords also, and a lot of things are there, which I also don't know because I'm not a digital marketer. So, but one of the main thing in meta tag is the keyword. So when they might have put this on the internet, they might have put best free code editor, comma, lightweight code editor, comma, free code editor, comma. So let us see like free lightweight code editor. Whether the Microsoft people have done a good SEO work or not. Free code at free. Okay, so it is taking me to the some articles, means the okay, see they have done a really good work. Okay, awesome. Microsoft being the biggest company, one of the biggest company on the planet, so they have done a pretty good work. So when I search free lightweight code editor, it is the fourth or fifth thing. So this is how people search. Like you might have watched though that Dhoni ad. I don't watch that much TV, but some Baroda cricketing good ad he does for GoDaddy, and he tells one lady to be on the internet. But be on the internet, nobody will know what is Baroda goods. Nobody will know unless that lady put some SEO work in that, and that SEO guy put that Baroda cricketing good, comma, in the website, like cricketing bats Baroda, cricketing ball Baroda, football Baroda. So then only that website will come to the first page of Google. First page of Google is very important. Nobody goes to the second page of Google. Okay, so that is what SEO is all about. And as I told, I don't know much about it. I only know that how it works. Actually, how it works is that Google bots scans the whole of the internet. Google is the number one company for that reason only. It scans the whole of the internet twice a day, and it when it comes to some website, it sees the keyword which are there in that website, and it have a very big database in which it keeps everything. So like this, and when I'm searching for lightweight code editor, it has mapped this Visual Studio Code site to it. So this is how this works. Okay, so enough of this SEO work, which is not my domain. So let us go ahead and let us now start learning. So now the thing is that HTML is all about tags. Actually, it is always all about tags which are in the body. So first thing, if you are seeing here something like this is something like big, it might be H1. So what is H1? H1 is a tag which you're soon going to see. H1 like this, and every tag is, most of the tags have got a starting and an ending, and we'll learn a lot of tags. HTML basics. Maybe I'll do a HTML crash course, or should be like this. And I will have a p tag. P tag also, like p is means paragraph, h1 means heading 1, like there are big headings are heading 1, this might be heading 3, like that it is there. So I will put something here in the paragraph tag, but where I will get the paragraph? Maybe I'll get the paragraph. I'll copy it from here. I'm seeing this. This thing is nice, so I'll copy it from here and I will paste it here. I will save it here, and now where to see this thing? Where to see your site? So to see your site, we have to go back here. HTML basics. I'm there. I'll go inside the HTML basic, and that is the index.html is there. I'll try double click it, it will open in Safari in Mac, but I don't like Safari, just like people don't like Internet Explorer in Windows. So I'll right click and open with any browser which I have. I will got 3 browsers like this. I like this Firefox Developer Edition which you are seeing right now. It is like Google Chrome only, but Firefox everybody knows. Okay, so I'll open in that. So it will open like this. Okay, it will open like this. Now you can see this HTML basics, it is showing here. Let me close this thing. HTML basics is showing here. HTML crash course is like a bit huge, and then this paragraph tag is like this small. So this is how it is there. Okay, so this is how it is there. Now before learning about different tags, let me tell one thing. Let me we're not going to use this like this. See, when I open it, it is showing the whole file. We're not going to use it like this. Why? You're going to learn like okay, so I will come here and do a p, again a p. Oh, I just closed the Microsoft site, but I want to get some data again. So how do I get the data again? So there is something known as lorem ipsum. Lorem ipsum on the internet. If I search a lorem ipsum, lorem ipsum. Okay, so what is this lorem ipsum? Okay, what is this? Okay, one sec. Yeah, so lorem ipsum is like a generator. So if you see, so it is like in the publishing and graphic design, this holds a very important place and all those things. So let me tell the story about, everything has got a story about lorem ipsum. See, lorem ipsum, when 200 years back, when printing press came along, so there everything used to be printed by that. But the day one, they will not have every news out there. So what they wanted some dummy text, but this is not any dummy text. This is like, it means something, but it doesn't mean anything. So it is not like I'm just typing like this. Okay, it is not like that. Okay, so that is there. But lorem ipsum, there are a lot of generators are there, but again VS Code comes to a rescue, because VS Code comes inbuilt with lorem ipsum, So how it is there? So I'll do a p, and then right, okay, I have done p already once. Okay, so I'll do a lorem, and then I'll press the tab. And it will show like this. Okay, so and then I'll close it and I will save it. So I've saved it, but it is not showing anywhere. It is not showing anywhere because every time you have to go and you have to I'm not going to save it. I want to save this one. Save it. Okay, so every time I have to go here and I have to refresh it. So it means even if I do a small change, I have to, after saving it, I have to go here and I have to refresh it. I don't want to do that thing. I don't want to go every time and do this thing, because this is not how web developer works. Maybe if you're coming from a Java background, you work like this, but we web developer don't work like that. We web developer want instant result. Okay, so that is there. How do we web developer work? So because JavaScript, HTML, CSS are not compiled language. Like if you're coming from a Java background, don't worry if you're not from that Java background, but we're not going to learn Java. Okay, so Java background, C++ background, first you use very heavyweight code editor, and then the second thing is that you have an intermediate thing, but here you don't have some intermediate thing and all. It is like compiled language. The moment you save it, it should be done. So for this, what I'm going to do, we are going to use something known as a live server. Again, VS Code is like a top thing for a reason, because what happens in VS Code, people like who are very good in coding, they create like small apps which can be added to the add functionality in VS Code. So this is one of the top ad known as a live server, created by this guy known as Retude. So what I have done, I have come here, written live. First one will be this, then you have to install it. It will show you the install button, you have to install it and it will get installed. Okay, so very easy. It will not, maybe it will ask you to just restart the VS Code, which you can do it. Then what will happen, I'll come back here and I will right click and open with live server, or I can come here and go live also I can do. So I will do a right click and open with live server. But unfortunately what will happen, it will open in my Safari, which I don't like. So I will copy this thing. You don't have to understand much what is 127 means. It's actually a local host, but it's okay. So see now how I know that the moment I save it, it will be reflected here. Maybe I will delete this thing and I will save it. See, I didn't did anything. It automatically got refreshed, and the thing, this HTML crash course, it has been shown. Okay, so that is there. And hope everyone have subscribed to our channel. Please do like and subscribe, and please do like also, so that it can, YouTube algorithm can show it to more people, and we are able to help more people reach their goal to become a highly paid web app developer. Okay, so that is there. But see this HTML basic, this thing which we are doing now, it is still, this has been shown here. So I can do it refresh like this, but and that's why we are not going to do it from like this. Okay, so that is there. Now it's time to learn about different tags. Okay, so like h1 tags, how many? So one, as I've told, we are going to teach complete HTML. Please don't go outside it. Okay, please don't go outside it. So HTML crash course is I have written. Then heading tags are actually, there are 6 heading tags. 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. And this is 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Save it and see they are of different sizes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are of different sizes. H1 to H6 are of different sizes. Okay, so that is there. You might have seen all of them, like till H4 you might have seen like different sizes, you might have seen. Okay, so that is it. And this is a paragraph tag. Okay, so let me have another paragraph, and I will write a lorem 10. Okay, lorem 10 you can write, so it will give you 10 words. Okay, lorem 10 I have read, so it is giving me 10 words. But now the next thing is that I want to tell that there are 2 types of tags in your HTML. One are known as block level elements, and one of the two, some of them are inline elements. So what are block level elements and what are inline elements? So block level elements are like this. See, I have written H1, H2, H5, H6. All of this could have come in one line. Like after this could have come. After this could have come. But they're coming in different lines, and they have some space also between them. So they are known as block level elements. And even the paragraph tag is a block level element. Why? Because this whole thing could have come here. This whole thing could have come here. Okay, so this whole thing could have come here. So that's why they are block level element. So that is there. Okay, so now we'll see the next tag, and that tag is actually inline element. Okay, and even before moving there, I want to tell one more thing. There is something known as comments in HTML. Comments like I will write heading tag, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to select everything and do a control and backslash, like this it will do. Now I'll do a paragraph tag, and do a backslash like this. I'll save it. See, now what is happening, I'm not seeing this heading tag and the paragraph tag here, because they're comment, they're not meant for the end user. This is the end user, what this is what the developer says. This is the end user, this is the developer. So this is for the developer. Comments are for the developer, so that they can know, okay, what this is for this code is for this code is for this. And in bigger projects, one developer doesn't work in one code, at least 5 developer works. I know, because my last job was as an associate architect. I used to lead a team of 10 front-end engineers. Okay, so I used to see their code, I used to write code, see their code, and all those things I used to do. So that was my daily task. So that was there. And so this is for that. Now there is another thing known as, we're going to learn the next thing, which is known as link tag also, and which is known as link tag or anchor tag. And it is, I'm for sure that you all have seen this tag, link tag or anchor tag, even if you're not from IT, because everybody have done Facebook. It is not possible that in the past 10 years you have not done Facebook. Okay, Facebook or some social network. Okay, anchor tag, and this thing is there. and then here learn web development is there, and here in the href you can put any site like Yahoo, Google, anything you can put. Let me put some site. Yeah. I'll put some site here, and then and this is the anchor tag or link tag have this a thing. Okay, href is there. I'll save it, and then what will happen, it will show like this. So it is possible that you might have seen something like this, although nowadays what happened, most of the anchor tags are like, they're like very beautiful. You'll not see something like this, but this is something like this, and you might have seen some link somewhere on the internet which is blue color, and you can, when you move your mouse over it, it will show you this thing, and it will take you to the site. Learn web development. When I click, it will take me to this webdev.txt site. So I will click on it and see. It will open my site. It will open my site, and it will be like this. It will open. So that is there. But there is a problem here, and the problem is that it is opening in the same tab. In the same tab, it is opening, which is not a good thing. Okay, which is not a good thing. It should open in a different tab. Okay, so it is not a good thing. No website. See, this all the websites are web app like Facebook, LinkedIn, they, all of these things you get for free, because the more you are there, they earn more. So that is the engagement, that is known as client engagement. So how client engagement matrix, so they earn from there. So if you go away from the site, if I open this thing, suppose this is like maybe I will show one example like this linkedin.com. I'll go, and where is this? Okay, so and go to this view profile, and so they have a nice looking site, nice looking, not site, what I was telling. So if I go here and I'll go down. See, there were some in this, there are some comments and there are some link, and those links are not from LinkedIn. Those links are YouTube link. So if I click here and this opens here only, so I'm getting away from the LinkedIn side. See what will happen when I open here. It is opening in a new tab. It has just opened it in a new tab. It has opened it. I will click here again, the same thing will happen. It is opened in a new tab. It will open it in a new tab. So this new tab is something which we can control from the programming, and that is what we are going to do, and that is programmer responsibility to do this thing, so it can open in a new tab. So href again, should have opened something. Okay, maybe I need some link, so I'm not going to give linkedin.com. Maybe I'll come here and give this link only, my LinkedIn, and I'll write Windows LinkedIn. Okay, so I'll save it. So see now what will happen. Windows LinkedIn, it is coming like this, and now if I click here, okay, so it is opening the same thing, because I forgot to do one thing, which is like target equal to underscore blank. Target underscore blank is the keyword. I will save it, and now see, now I will click on it. It will open in a new tab. So this is how it works. This is how target equal to blank is very powerful, and you should give that target equal to blank. Okay, so that is there. And one more thing you might have noticed, that both of the anchor tag are coming one after the another, not like a h1 tag. They are coming in a different line. Okay, they are coming one after the another. Why they are coming one after another? Because they are also known as inline element. They are known as inline element. So that is the inline element. So now what we are going to do here, and okay, so we are going to learn the next tag, because HTML is all about learning about tag. So the next tag which we are going to learn is the list tags. I'm going to learn, and then again going to comment it, because this is my comment. So list tag are two types: unordered list and ordered list. Unordered list, UL, unordered list. Everything means something in HTML. Unordered list, US unordered is a shortcut actually. Align means list item, item one, two, three, 4, 5. Save it. See the list item. This dot thing is coming. This is coming because the UL unordered list and the list item whatever is there. Similar to unordered list, we have ordered list also, OL, ordered list also, OL, and it is item 1 to item 5. OL is there. I'll save it. See 1 2 3 4 5. Ordered list means the number will be there. So 1 2 3 4 5 is there, and one sec. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 it is coming. If I increase one of them, what will happen? It will be opening like this. How did you copy that to be? Control C and Control V. Control C and Control V you have to copy. Okay, so that is how you copy. So select everything and do a Control C. Control C is for copy and Control V is for paste. So that was a good question. So if you don't, you can ask anything. Like nothing is a bad question, and I will try to answer them if I have time, because generally we are on many tight schedule here. Okay, so that is there, and table tags. So the next thing is we are going to learn is about a table tags. Okay, table tags we are going to learn, and then here what we are going to do, we are going to have a table. Table tag is a group of tags. So it is not one or two tags, it is a lot of tags. So it comes inside this table. And just like HTML tag, it has got a T head, and it has got a T body like this. T head and T body is there. And then in the T head, we have here means table row, and then we have again a table header. Okay, table header, and in this I will have a name, th, age, th, email. I'll have, so all this thing I'll have. So if I have something like this, so see I'm got a bold kind of thing which I have not given, but this is like a table header. Okay, and the table body will have the body of the table. Again we'll have a table row, but here we have something known as table data, and here we'll have table data t data. We have two more. Okay, so we'll have all these three things like this. Okay, so this is all about the table. Okay, so now the next thing which we are going to learn is the form tags. But before form tags, we have come a bit down. Okay, so if you go more down, it will not show correctly. So we'll learn about two more tags before moving forward. One is a HR. HR means horizontal rule. It will create a line like this. Okay, and there is another tag known as a BR. BR means break row. It will have some space. Actually we'll have a form tag between a set of these things, which is the BR and HR, and then we'll have our form tags. Save it. So again another thing is there, so let me take it a bit off, and form tag again it is inside something known as a form. Just like a table tag is inside a table, form tag is inside a form, and it has got a group of things. See, one of the most important thing, form tag is a very important tag. In fact, it is the most important tag, and we are going to spend the most number of time in the form tag only, next 15 to 20 minutes in the form tag only. And we are going to mainly end our HTML with one more tag after that. Okay, so like image tag we're going to end. But form tag is very important. Why form tag is very important, especially nowadays, if you want to become a web app developer. Okay, so you might have seen in facebook.com, when you go, you have gone for the first time, you might have to register there your name, email, gender, date of birth. These are the main things which they might have taken from you: name, email, date of birth, and gender. So these are the four things which are very much important. So when you give them, there will be a form like this in which you can enter all this. So what are forms? Form are used to take user data, as simple as that, user data. And then when you submit, click on the submit, that data got saved in the Facebook server in the US. That's why you are able to log in again. When you're going to log in again, a form is there. And then there is something on post in Facebook. When you do the post in Facebook, there is again a boxes there. That is a text area which you are going to create. So in that you write something. It is like a big thing in which that you write something and you do it. And as I've told earlier, I have a lot of clones on the channel also. You can go through them. It is very easy to create something like Facebook and all those things. It is not that tough to create a fully functional Facebook. But the thing is that you cannot have the infrastructure and all those things. That is a different thing. Okay, so forms is there, and then inside this form I will have a, so those input boxes, those comes in pairs. How they comes in pair? I'll have a label here. Okay, label here. And for I will tell what it is there. Okay, name and name, and then there will be an input, type is text, name equal to name, id equal to name. So what is this all? So I'm going to tell one sec. So again I will have another label for age, age, number, and age, age. I will save it. See what will come, like name, age. You might have seen this thing. So in the name you can write anything. Okay, like this. In the age you can write any number. Then you have this thing also, and you can increase it from here. So that is like this. So let us come back to it. What is this label and input? As I told, input boxes always come in pair with a label. But how they are a pair? So they're a pair. You can know it by this for and id. So there is a tag for and there is a id here. So they should contain the same thing. I put his name. You can put something else also, like named, anything. So this and this should match. So that's how they become a pair. That's how they become a pair. For and id should match. Okay, so that is there. Then there is this name is there. So there is this name, and then there is again this name thing is in which age is the, what is this? This is something which goes to the backend. As I've told earlier, when you register on Facebook, the data goes to the backend, which is like the Facebook server. How it goes to the backend, we teach that also, but this is very much beginning. Our front-end engineer should know how it goes to the backend. That all things are taught in Java, so that is a bit, if you're just starting, that is a bit advanced for you. First HTML, then CSS, then JavaScript. Okay, so that is JavaScript. Okay, so that is how it is done. So this is very important. I'm going to show how this has been used when you say send that data, because the front end should be ready to send that data, and that is there. So this is done. Now you might have seen both of these things are coming in the same line. Everything's coming in the same line because everything is an inline element here. Label is an inline element and input is also an inline element. So everything's coming in the same line. But you might have seen on Facebook and all that name and comes in a different line, age comes in a different line. How do we do that? This we could have easily done with CSS, but we are not still started with CSS. We have to do it with something else, and I don't want to start with CSS right now. I want to start it after this only. So what we do, there is an element known as a div. Element known as a div. Div is a block level element. Div is a block level element. I'll go here like this, and then I will do a break row, and then a div again, and a break or not right now. So div is a block level element. It means it creates its own block, and you see this div being used a lot in programming. So it is used to create those section and all. The moment I save it, see this will come in its own line because it is div is a block level and it will come in its own line. But this is very close to my liking, so I can use another div, but I will use a BR, means break row. So it will have and it will have a, and one more thing, break row HR doesn't have an ending tag. Okay, they are like self-ending, and input also doesn't have ending, it is like self-ending. So the next thing which we are going to see is the text area, which is very popular in Facebook, LinkedIn and all, to take those input from the users. Those are very important. Okay, so that is there. Okay, so I'll have again a BR, because again we're going to have this BR and a div I'm going to have, and this label I'm going to have. Okay, and this time we're going to create the message, and we'll have a text area. See, again the name and the IDs are coming, so I'll give them the name and the ID of message. We don't need this right now. This can give the columns and the rows, but a text area is not a self-ending, it is like ending like this. I'll save it. So this is the text area. So text area, as I told, it is different than the it is something similar to input type text, but here what you can do, you can write multiple lines, just like a Facebook post, a LinkedIn post. This is a multi-line. This is a multi-line like this I have written. So that is there. Now the next thing which we are going to do is the drop down, which is again very popular. Like if I go to BR, do a div, and label, color, select, name is color, and ID is color. Okay, so that is there, and I have an option of value is red, and this is red color, red color, blue color, green color. Okay, okay, so that is there, and so this, as I told, this is a drop down, so I'll save it. See, this is a drop down, which is again a very popular thing, like red color, green color, blue color. It is coming like this. Here these three things will come and you choose it. But here again, what is this value? What is this value? A value is something which will go to the backend, which we are soon going to see. This value is something which will go to the backend, and we're going to see that thing. One sec, someone is at the door. I have to open the door. So okay, so that is there, and so this is a drop down button, and this is not over here. Now the next thing is a checkbox. We are going to see a checkbox right now, and the checkbox is again a very common thing which you all of you might have seen. we'll come here, do a br break row and do a div here, and then I'll do a h4 here and 4, and I'll write what do you own. What do you own? I will write. Okay, so h4 I have written, and then I will have a input, and you can have input before the label also. Input type is check box, name equal to vehicle 1, value equal to bike, and id also I will make it equal to bike, and then label I will have later on. Label is like whatever the id will be there, label will be that. So label will be bike, and this will be bike, and let me copy this thing, and okay, not like this, copy whole of this thing, because I want to have another option which is like for the vehicle 2, which is a which is a a and a. I will save it again. So it will have this check boxes, and the check boxes are like that. You can select one also, and you can select both also. So that is one of the reason we have vehicle 1 and vehicle 2 in the check boxes. And again, the value is something again which goes to the backend. We are going to soon see what the value is. The value in the option also goes to the backend. Okay, but you can select one also, you can select two also. And then there is something like check boxes which is known as a radio box. But radio box is also known as radio group, because in that I can pass only one thing, and it is very popular. Radio boxes are very popular to take the gender inputs or something like that, in which we need only one input. So br, and and you can use a drop down also for this thing. Okay, because drop down also generally give only one input, and div I'll do, and for I'll do gender I'll do, and then we'll have a input type is radio, and name equal to gender, and value equal to male, and id equal to male. Okay, and the label is male. Male. Can you replace one word with another word? Yeah, we can replace one word with another word. You have to do a control F, and this find will come. Then you can click it here, and the replace will come. Okay, so you can do that thing. So that's how you can change it in the whole thing. Okay, so input. So that's why these code editors are so powerful. Input type radio, name gender, value is male, id is male, and for is also male is there. Okay, so I'll save it, and I will paste it, and here this will be, again I will paste it. This will be female, 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 female is there. This will be other, 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 and other. And save it, and see, now this is a radio button. So radio button are very popular to take the gender. I can select male or female or other. See, it is getting deselected. So this is like this. And one thing to notice is the name is always same. Here name is gender. Here the name was vehicle 1 and vehicle 2, because they are a bit different. Okay, so we are done with all the main input types here. But as I've told, in 2015, HTML version 5 came, and it came with new input types. We are going to see some new input types also, which came in 2015, because they're like very cool. Like those input types are like very easy also and very cool. So see, you can see a lot of them are there. So some of them we are going to see. Two of them are actually very important. One is this input type date. Input type date is very important. So because before 2015 it used to be very difficult to give the date. Nowadays you have to have some complicated JavaScript logic to give the date, but nowadays it is very easy to use the date. You just have to have input type date here, and you'll see like what is the date. So, and it is very popular, like naukri.com and all those things. You have to give your birthday. Facebook, you have to give your birthday. You might have seen something like this. You'll go here and click it, it will open up very nice calendar, and you can like go anything. Like you can select a year also here, and you can select anything, like year also I can select. Okay, now why it is okay, I think I have to do like this. I select it and the year is getting selected. So this is very popular. Another thing which is very important is known as input type file. Why it is very important? Because you might have seen on a naukri.com site in which they ask us to give you our resume. So that can be done by like this. Since 2015, earlier it was actually very difficult actually. So because we had to do it through JavaScript. This I'll do again, label and all these things. Select a file, I'll save it, and then come here. See this file will become. So I'll browse it, and then I can select anything. It will be selected like this. Okay, so that is there. So we've done everything, but we've done everything. Now what? Now how to submit it? So submit is done through a special kind of a button known as a input type submit button, and value equal to, I'll do as send. Save it. See, a send button is been created. A send button is created, and I have filled all the fields. That is good. Now I want to show something, but see it very closely, because I'm not going to fill again everything. So I filled everything. Yeah, and then I will click on the send. See here, one thing you need to notice here, and one thing you have to notice here in the address bar. What will happen when I click on send? It got refreshed, so whatever I entered, it has gone away. Plus something happened here. If I cut it and I'll paste it here. Okay. So name is Nabendu plus Biswas, because I have given that. So what is this name? Name is actually this name. Then age has also gone. Age has also gone here. Then message because I have given the message. So this is how it goes to the backend. Message has gone here. Color has gone. Color has gone like this. Red, only red has gone, not red color. Color has gone like this, whatever the value was there. Then checkboxes, it will go twice. One is vehicle 1, one is vehicle 2. Gender, one has gone. Birthday, name, my file. So all these things goes away like that. I will comment out this so that it doesn't have works here. So this is how the form is there. So as I told, form was the most important thing, and like this is there. So one more thing before seeing the last thing, which is the image, which is the most important thing in a website, because without image any website is very bland. Okay, so that is there. So the last thing which we are going to learn is like a, before the image, is a button tag. Button tag we are going to learn. So button tag, I'll do that like this, button tag, and it is like button, and click me. I will save it. So button tag is also input type submit, but the difference is that if I click here, see, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. And if I click here, nothing will happen. So the functionality need to be added with JavaScript. But I click a send, see, everything got sent. Everything got sent. So it is like this. So input type submit is a different thing. It sends the form and it also refreshes the browser. But a normal button doesn't do any one of those things. So the last thing which you are going to learn is I have to do BR here, and is the image tag. So there are two ways to give image in HTML, and we're going to learn both of the ways. So image tag. So image tag is like img have to give, and then there is a source and alt will come. In the source, you have to give the path of the image. You can give something from the internet, or you can download the image and put that part. So for most common thing is to download the image and put it, because sometimes the link from the internet get changed. So that is the most common way. And I will take it from unsplash.com, in which I can get royalty free images. See, I cannot take it from Google Image. I'm broadcasting it on YouTube. Okay, so I can get a strike and all those things. Okay, so that is there. And I will take one image, like, one sec. I want to take maybe this seems to be these two images seems to be like, okay, I will take this one right now and I will download it. Maybe a medium image I will download, and then this is like I will change it like laptop and splash and do. And then what I'm going to do here, I'm going to create a new folder. From here I can create a new folder. The folder will be images, and then I will take this image and I can put it there. There are a lot of ways to put it. For the easiest way is to take it and drag it and directly put it there, and it will be inside the image tag. You have to put it, and it is put in the inside tag. Okay, so now I need to show it. So I will come in and src images slash laptop and splash, and then one more thing, in this alt I'll write laptop, save it, and then it will be shown like this. Okay, a big laptop is shown. I don't want so big thing to be shown, so we don't have many things here, so maybe I will do it as so. In CSS you're going to learn that there are more things are there. I'll do a width equal to maybe 600 and height equal to 400. So 600 by 400 it will be done. This is one way in which I put the image here. So there is another way, and the src is, and instead of putting the image I can take the path here. So as I've told, I like this image a lot, so this thing, some Indian image is there. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to right click and copy image link. This you will get in every image on the internet. Copy image link you can do, and then I will paste it. It will give some big image link and all. So this is like I think it is wheat I'll do, and I will save it. Okay, and then I'll see this again. It's a very big image. Maybe I will take it and I will paste it and I will save it, and it will be shown like this. Okay, so both of those images are looking nice. So, but what is this alt which I've seen? So, see, this alt wheat is being shown. Alt laptop is being shown, but it is not shown anywhere. Alt tag is something when your image is not able to getting load. Image is not getting loaded because maybe the internet connection is there, which happens a lot when you have a lot of images on the site. Sometimes the internet drops out or you're not able to see that image. And the other reason is that maybe the developer had done some mistake, just like I'm going to do some mistake like this. Maybe I will do it like this. So there is nothing like this. Okay, let's save it. See, now what came, this laptop is been shown here. This laptop is been shown, and actually broken image should have also been shown, but in some browser the broken image is not been shown. I'll show in one more browser. Okay, so one sec. So some browser only this is shown. In Firefox it is like this. See, every browser is a bit different, and if I show it on Safari, which is like this, and here it is shown like this, totally different way. See, all browsers are different. This shows one thing, this all browsers are different. Now I'm showing the third browser, which is the most popular browser out there, which is Chrome. Chrome is the one which you see the most, and you'll see this broken image there. So Chrome, it will show like this. Okay, so every browser interpreted in a different way. Okay, so now the, as I've told, HTML is done. So now the next part will be done by 𝐏𝐚𝐫𝐭𝐢𝐜𝐚. Let me do a bit of and he will do the CSS. So okay, so that is there, and one sec. Okay, so I'll come up, and now 𝐏𝐚𝐫𝐭𝐢𝐜𝐚 will take the CSS, and after 𝐏𝐿𝐴𝐚 you will if you have to give permission to upload a specific file types like only images, how can do. So this all things are very advanced topics for this thing. How you can do, you can give it you can give it. Okay, so in that tag you can give it, and some of those things are done with JavaScript, so that's why I'm not telling it right now. And you can mention the pattern or something, it is there. Okay, so you can do it later on. Okay, thank you. Maybe I will reply here.
So hello all, a warm welcome to all of you on this very special bootcamp which we are organizing on every Saturday from 3 p.m. So many of you are waiting for this because this is again a refresher for all those who knows it, and this is being liked by so many of. And yes, one thing very important, please do like the channel, please do like the content, please do like the video, because it will help us, it will help the YouTube, it will help the algorithm to highlight our content to the people, to the needy people who are looking for such content in the YouTube. So I hope you all have enjoyed the HTML part, and you all have an idea by now how to grow your account in LinkedIn, how to prepare your account in LinkedIn, what LinkedIn will do for your betterment. So I will take CSS now, and only the CSS. Vishwas sir, Vishwas sir will take. Vishwas sir will actually introduce the start the session, and they take the HTML, and after that I will take CSS, and Mr. Hari, which is another tutor, he will take the JavaScript. So 1 second. Physical batch is already going on. In case you are looking for a physical batch, so you need to get back to us. And let me share you one thing. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. So physical batch, online batch is a activity which keeps on going. So in case you are looking for a batch, please register yourself so that in the next batch we can enroll you. So HTML is a file, and here I will be taking you through CSS. What is CSS? CSS is basically cascading style sheet, which is used to decorate or make your HTML beautify, or I can say in a layman language, the HTML file what we have created, CSS is used to make that particular file beautiful, attractive, beautiful. And what else I can say? 1 second. Let me share you some the WhatsApp link so that you can join to the WhatsApp group also. So you can join the WhatsApp group also for so you can join the WhatsApp group also for the further updates. And one more thing. So let us start with the CSS. So as I told you, CSS is basically cascading style sheet, and CSS is used to make your web page decorative and attractive. And one more thing very important, I just want to tell you, in between the session I will share you some questions which are basically interview questions. And I've seen around 100 plus of interviews conducted by the interviewer where the common set of questions are like that. Also, some of the interviews I have also given, and they have asked me the same set of questions. So please keep your mind, please keep a note of this of those questions, so that you will be aware of those questions when you are going for an interview. So in how many ways you can add CSS? This is the first interview question. CSS in, you can add CSS in three different ways. First one is the inline, second one is internal, and third one is external. So let me have a structure of that. So here inline, internal, and external. So there are three ways in which you can add CSS: inline, internal, and external. Now, what is inline, what is internal, external, I will tell you. But again, in out of these three, the second interview question is which one is the most popular used CSS type. So the external is the most popular used CSS type. Now, the second question within this is which one is the most powerful out of these three. So the inline is the most powerful out of these three. Now let me show you. And inline means in the same line directly you can, one second. So inline means in the same line, means directly you can add CSS to the HTML element. So this is again the interview question, that in the inline you are adding the CSS to the HTML element or to the HTML file. So you are adding HTML to the element here in inline. So now the internal applies here in the head. So we will have style, and in the H2 these days. One second, it is creating problem these days to add inline. So we have one second. So these days, adding inline is creating some problem. Let me see once again. Hmm? Hmm. Fine. So this is how it is. These days it creates some problem. 4 8. Now once again, well, let us add another property to. Okay, fine. So सर H2 टैग तो लगाओ. अरे लगा रहा हूँ भाई, लगा रहा हूँ. Now, the third one is external. So what is external? External means creating additionally, or I can say creating the CSS in a additional file and linking those file to the index.html. So for this, we will create a new file with the name with the extension as .css, and we will apply the CSS here. So for the h3 tag, we will change the background color in the form of RGB. So here, if you say RGB means RGB has a range of 255 to 0, or I can say it has range from 0 to 255. So here, if you see, we have added a color of some sort of orange thing, but as soon as I'm saving, this is not getting applicable to the external thing. Why it is not getting applicable? Because as the name suggests, externally we need to link both the files. So for this, we will be using a link tag in order to link our file. So this is how it gets it gets applied here. Now, if you have noticed here, I have added colors. First one here, second one is, say, where second one is here, and third one is here. But when I have to add color, why I have not taken a common platform, or I can say common method? So because there are three ways in which you can add colors. That's what I want to tell you, that there are three ways in which you can add colors. First one is simply typing the name of the color, which is what I did here, typing the name as simple aqua. Second one is the hexadecimal format. Hexadecimal format means if you have noticed, or if you have learned number system means it starts with a hexadecimal number system which starts with hash. So it has a range starts from white to black, or I can say it you can use hexadecimal number system from 8 to f and 0 to 9. So it gives a wide range for you to add colors. Now, the third type of number system is the RGB format. RGB stands for red, green, and blue. And red, green, and blue means a human eye can see combination of all these three colors only. So, in case you want to prepare any color, you can prepare any color using some certain combination or percentage of these three colors to get a desired color. So, for this, let me take you now to some web page where you can have a idea. So this is the page of W3 School where you can get an idea as what are the RGB codes? So anyway, you can click, you can have the RGB code and the hexadecimal code. Now what is this HSL? HSL is also HSL is also a pattern where you can add colors, but here H stands for hue, which contains the color. S stands for saturation, L stands for lightness. So in these three ways you can add colors. So for any of the color you can have the RGB code, sorry, hexadecimal code, RGB code and HSL code. Fine. Now let me take you to another side. So if you see here, as I have written the name of the color, which is aqua, so there are almost 140 color names which you can write it down. See, you can have the hexadecimal code, you can have the RGB code, you can have the HSL code. Fine. So these are the ways in which you can add colors. Now moving on to the next topic for the selectors. So again, this is an interview question, that what is a CSS selector? So here if you see, 1 second, this H3 is a CSS selector. Fine. This H3 is a CSS selector. This is the value. This is the declaration, and this is the property. Fine. So this is again interview question. What is a CSS selector? CSS selector is this thing. This is a property, value, and declaration. Fine. So now let me switch on to the next topic, which is called as the font properties. So for this, let me have some changes here, and I will introduce the P with the lorem of 30. So now if you see here, so now if media, what is media? I don't get it. Media queries. So in case you are asking for media queries, we will not cover media queries here because we are covering only the basics part for HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Fine. One more thing here. So okay, so we have a paragraph tag with some lorem content. So let me make it something big. Now what I will do, in this p tag, let us have some font properties. Font size of 30px, and we have a font family where you can have or you can add fonts. But if you see here, by default minimum you need to add 3 fonts. So why 3 fonts? Because the next 2 fonts which are available here are the fallback fonts. So let us have this, the Arial, Helvetica, and the sans serif. Now the Arial is the main font which applies here. And what is the use for Helvetica and sans serif? So Helvetica and sans serif are the fallback fonts which are here to protect your code when you are in a browser which does not support the Arial font. So let us assume that I am viewing this page on Safari, and when I view this page on the Google Chrome does not support Arial. So by default, it will pick up the next available font, which is the Helvetica and the sans serif. Fine. Now let me take you to the very awesome font, which is called as Google font. So now if you, as you have noticed, as, or I can say as you all know, that Google is now into our each and every part of life. So Google have introduced their Google font also. So these are the available Google fonts. So let us pick up one. Let us pick up Roboto Mono, and here we will take the style as extra light 200. So let us add. Now in order to add a Google font to the content, we need to have so this is the font Roboto Mono. This is the main font. The next available font or the fallback font is the Helvetica, and the third one is the Sunset. So here, if you see here, you can find this font is very attractive, very awesome, very decorative, and the entire structure of the page looks different after adding this font. Fine. So now let me have some more font properties. So we have line height. So 1.5 rem is very less. So we have 3.5 rem. So line height means increasing the gap between the lines. So now font weight is another property which you can have as bold. Now you can also add a letter spacing 0.5 pm, and also you can have word spacing 0.8 pm. That will look like, and also you can add text transform to uppercase, so it will make all your content in a capital letters. You can also have what else is left? Okay, text decoration to underline, so entire your content is underlined now. Line height as LH. LH is a short form here. Here, as you go deep and deep and deep, so let me show you one thing. So grid template column. Grid template column is a thing which you can write simply using the GTC. So you need to write the complete thing. So you need to know the shortcuts also. So you can have LH means line height, and you can put the value after that. Fine. I hope your query answers. Now, these are some basic font properties which I have told you. Now moving on to the next thing, which is called as the classes and IDs. But before going on to that, let me comment out some things so that the content will look attractive. Now, what is this? The classes and IDs. So classes and IDs. But before moving that, let me tell you a practical demo. See, I have added another paragraph, but as soon as I have added a paragraph, this set of styles gets applied to that. Why it happens? Because as many as P's paragraph I can add, all will get applied to the same set of styles. So in order to overcome with this problem, classes and IDs has been introduced. So now this is a question, interview question, why classes and IDs are introduced. The answer is just I have told you. Now, what telling you once again, what are classes and IDs? Classes and IDs are used to target any HTML element. Fine. Classes and IDs are used to target any HTML element. Now, moving on to the next thing, how we use classes and IDs. So, classes and IDs, classes can be used with the help of dot top is a class name, and ID bottom is the ID name, class is the top name. Now, what I will do, let me remove the dot here because I will add dot in the CSS. So top. Now we have p dot top c. We have target this HTML element that the paragraph with the class top will only get this set of styles. Fine. Now again, what we will do here, we will target p hash, and we will apply here font size to 40 px, so it will get replicated here. So that is why classes and IDs are used. Now one thing, uh, again interview question, which out of these classes and IDs which can be used multiple times. So classes can be used multiple times, and same class can be used or same class can be applied to multiple HTML files. Now let us go switch on to the next topic, which is called, oh, before moving to that, let me tell you the units of measurement. So here if you see, have the REM, EM and PX. So REM, EM and PX are basically the units of measurement. The units of measurement, I can say, when you go to a grocery shop and you ask oil that you want 5 liters of oil, the liter is the unit of measurement for the oil. And if you go and if you ask for sugar, you buy in kg. So this kg and liter are basically the units of measurement, and here the units of measurement are basically px, em and rem. Vh, vw is also units of measurement, but these are into the height and width. Now one very important thing, what is em and rem? Em and rem, em depends upon the value what the parent contains, but rem and px is an independent unit of measurement that works without any dependency of what the div carries. Now moving on to the next topic, which is called as the box model. For the box model, let me have some structural changes here. Fine. So now in this ID, what I will do, I will apply the box model. But before moving to the box model, let me take you to the Safari. Let me switch to the from Safari because Safari does not support after that. Fine. So now inspect, and if you see here, box model contain of 4 things. Fine. The first one is the content. After this content, they have the padding. After the padding, they have the border, and after the border, they have the margin. So the interview question: what is padding? Padding means the space around the content, all the direction is called as padding. And what else I can add in this? Uh, 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 uh. So this particular thing is being asked so many times, and I have noticed it. Now let us have the box model preparation here. So we have a border of 3p x solid of green color, and after that let us have padding of 30px, and again a margin of 40px. So now what has happened here? Guys, please do like the video, because as I've told you earlier also, it will help the Google, the YouTube algorithm to show this content to the right set of peoples. And one more thing, I have shared the WhatsApp group link, so I request you all to please join the WhatsApp group so that you will be aware of the content or the things what is going on in the channel. Now, moving back to the box model. So here, if you see, the box model contains of four things: content, padding, border, and margin. So we have declared all in front of you. Now there are some ways in which you can change these things. So commenting out the things, and here, so let us add the padding. Checking. Padding top of 20px, padding right of 30px, padding bottom of 40px, and padding left of 10px. So either individually you can give padding, or you can give a simple padding 30px. 30px means top, right, bottom, and left. Fine. So these are the ways. Now there is some other ways also in which you can add padding. So let us see that also. Padding of 10px and 20px. So 10px is for top and bottom, 20px is for left and right. Now what else? So you have some other ways also in which you can add padding. So you can have padding of 10px top and bottom, and 20px and 30px. Fine. Now similarly, in the same way, you can have margin also. So let me show you that also. So you can have margin top of 10px, margin bottom of 20px, margin left of 30px, and margin right of 40px. So these are the ways in which you can add margin also. So you can have the set of margin and padding same. Similarly, let me comment out this thing, and you can have margin of 10px and 20px. So it will be same like that what we have applied in the padding. Now after this margin and padding, and another thing, margin is used to lower down or to move the content. Also for space or the margin you can use that also. And after this padding and margin box model, let us start with the styling of forms. So sorry, styling of list. So what is the styling of list? Now in order to understand that, let me have a basics changes in my code. So for this, let me have a basic structure, a div. Inside this div a header tag, and outside this header tag we have unordered list, and inside this we have list item, list item. So let me tell you a shortcut again. So li into 5. So 5 times li with anchor tag you will get. So this is a shortcut. Now what we will do here, let me introduce the classes and IDs. Class, we have the categories, and in this we have the h2s category, and here in this if you write hash and you click on any of the anchor tags, it will not go anywhere, it will remain there only. Now let me fill some values. Category 1, category 2, category 3, category 4, category 5, corrected 3. So okay, so I have already given h2 a this thing, so by default it will pick up. So this is why the classes and IDs are important, because you will target the things as per your choice. Now let us start the styling part now. Dot categories, and in this we will have the padding of 0, padding 0, so that it will get like that. And what else we can have here? So let us add the font what we have added. So we have the Roboto mono font, so that our form will look awesome. So font family, Roboto. See the beauty of the Google fonts. So that is why Google fonts are being used a lot. I can't see people using Arial, the traditional fonts. Google fonts, and Google fonts. So in order to see the, or I can say, in order to view the difference between Google font and the traditional font, you can prepare a page with the traditional font and replicate the same font with the Google font. So replace the same fonts, replace the same thing with the Google font, you will feel the difference. Now what else? Let us have, or I can say let us target dot categories h2. Now what is this h2? h2 is the header tag, and we will have the text align as center, so the h2 will shift to the center. And once okay, so we will have the border of 3p x solid with blue color, And we have a property which is called as the border radius property, BR property, 10px. So what it will do, it will change the sharpness to the curved ones. Now after this H2, we will target the unordered list. So what we will do here, so we will have the padding as 0. So the entire content will shift towards the left, and we will have the list style as none. So these dots will get removed, and what else we can add? We can have, so now let us add some properties to the to this list item. So in this list item, we will have the text decoration as none, and we will have the color as black. So black is not coming, so I will, one second. Dot categories unordered list items and anchor tag text decoration none, and the color to black. And also let us have some font weight to bold. And what else we can have? We can have a padding of bottom of 20px, but padding bottom will not work because we need to have margin bottom of 20px so that this space will come here. Now what else we can have? Let us have a hover property for the anchor tag. Dot, what is happening? Dot categories anchor tag. One second here. Sometimes shortcut will not work, so you need to be aware of that. Anchor tag. Hover. So now what hover will do? Hover will change the color or color to yellow, but not color, the background color. So as soon as I move my mouse, see the background color is changing to yellow. And also let us have a border bottom of 1px dotted with black color. So it has to come here. So I can say, or let us have this H2 also font weight to bold, or I can say font weight 200. We have taken 200. Okay, it looks like so. This is how you can do the styling of list. So now I will hand over this session to Mr. Hari. Hari is the tutor and he will take you through the JavaScript. So hi Hari.
Sir. Hey everyone. So I think my voice is audible for all, right? So I think my voice is very audible. So if you face any disturbance, just give a comment. So I want to just give a comment. So how the section is going? How is the section? Like everything is perfect, right? So if you are a beginner for development, then the session is pretty amazing for you to understand what is the basics of HTMLs and what is to work with the HTML and CSS, how to kickstart your career towards the web development. It is going to really helpful for you. Okay, so one of the important concept that we're going to see now. Okay, so compared to HTML and CSS, it is going to be the base for every development process. So we now move on to some of the scripting languages, some of the logic building. Like we're going to see about how the entire web apps works and all. Okay, so don't care about this multiple screen appearance. Okay, so soon I just going to share other screen. Okay, so right now we are in a streaming studio, that's why it's showing like that. Okay, so don't worry about that. Okay, so right now what we're going to discuss is it's about JavaScript. Okay, so this second attendance form maybe it will be shared very quickly, and the attendance forms only available in the live session. It cannot be shared in any other places. Okay, so make use of it. Another important thing I want to clarify here is, like, we're going to see JavaScript for next 45 minutes. Okay, so right now 5 we're going to see till 5:40. Okay, so here we are not going to cover everything about JavaScript, and it's not possible. Okay, so have a mindset of what is JavaScript and where it is used in that development field. Okay, so just have a mindset like we're going to see these topics only, like where it is used and why it is necessary and what things JavaScript is going to do in this development field. That is what we're going to see now. Okay, so we just go for here. Okay, we will move on to the, I think my OneNote is available for all, right? So here you can see my OneNote, like you can able to see that, right? Yeah, so if you have any doubts, feel free to ask in the comment section. Okay, so be available and I can make sure if there's any doubts regarding that, we will clear here. Okay, so this next 40 minutes we're going to discuss everything, which means the purpose of using JavaScript and why you should learn as a developer. Okay, I know that our founder Abhidu Biswas are cleared why you need to choose development, right? So that huge hype over for other streams like ML, data science, like that. Okay, so but the reality is development jobs are always in trend and it has an massive job openings available. Okay, so that is why everyone is saying whatever you choose, it's up to you, but have a mindset of development. Okay, so have work with development, then only you can be able to get in through a jobs like that. Okay, here we're going to discuss about everything. Okay, let's move on to it. So that is the reason why we the next 45 minutes we're going to spend is like how to use JavaScript and where it is using and why I need JavaScript. Okay, so that is the main question every student asks, like okay, so why should I need to use JavaScript? Because people feels like JavaScript is going to be one of the toughest languages, then why should I should want to learn JavaScript? People think like the reality is not. Okay, so JavaScript is very easy and you can learn it. Okay, so the main problem here is students or people cannot understand, like, okay, so what is the purpose, why I need to choose JavaScript, why I need to learn JavaScript, because they don't have answer for this. So that is why they are ending with after some trying of course in JavaScript, they are ending up, okay, so it's enough, I'm not going to touch that, like that. Okay, but everything in is with JavaScript only. Okay, so cover that soon. So this section you will understand everything. Meanwhile, we just go through some of the coding little bit. We're going to touch coding little bit, but everything is going to be in a theoretical way now for the next 30. Okay, so everything is going to be in a theoretical way only, and we will try to code also. Okay, so if some left, then we can go. Okay, so stream is little bit laggy. Okay, feel free, just a minute, you will get a stream perfect now. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so all the so now it's going to be it's going to be perfect, so there is no lag will happen, I hope. Okay, so don't worry about that. So for friends who are watching this in live stream, like, feel, just make sure that this attendance form will not, you are not going to get this attendance form anywhere. It is going to available only in the live chat. Please make sure you just fill that form. Okay, so there is two form. Okay, so let's get started with JavaScript, one of the most confusing topic that every beginners feels like we every developers, they come with HTML. Okay, so it is good, like it is easiest to learn, like we can able to learn HTML, like, okay, so we are also coder, like that we everyone think like. So then to CSS, people feel some disturbance, like little bit hard when they are using CSS, and afterwards that is also okay, like we can able to do the basics, and by using the basics, by understanding anything like flexbox or gridbox, we can able to build an entire application. That is cool, like we can able to also build an web application, so it is fine. So when people read JavaScript, really lost their hope. The purpose why we are using the JavaScript, they don't know, like that's why they are lagging. So that is what we're going to clear now, and then we're going to see about how it is using and where are the places it is using with real examples, and we go for our code also, and we work it. Okay, so we just get started. I hope that my OneNote is available for all. Okay, so just go from very basics, like we're going to see about how the development work. Okay, go with the very basics. Okay, so if I want to develop a web app, just consider, if I want to develop and web app, this is, I want to develop and web, which means website, just consider website. Okay, so there is two things you need to learn, like two pods are available, pods are there. So one is, we can say it is front end, and another one we're going to say it will be the back end. Okay, so there are literally two things available. We see about what is front end and what is back. Okay, so what is front end? So front end is also called as client side part. Okay, it is also called as client side work. Okay, I will explain it. It is also called as, that back end is also called as server side work. Okay, going to be server side work. Okay, so just mark this word server. We have client, right? So what is mean by client? So the end user is going to be the client. For example, you are building a website, and the end user who is going to use, or any people who he need to come that. So that is why we are creating a website, right? So that is the reason we are creating a website, because people need to use that. So those peoples are called as client. Okay, so we are building something that related with client, is going to be client side work. For example, what all are, it's going to be client side work. Let's see some examples. For example, if I go for any website, say if I go for like we can go for Wikipedia. Okay, so that is fine. You can see I just go for Wikipedia, and right now you can see this is going to be the front end, right? So what is going to be front end means, like you can see, can able to see an image and everything that is related with front end. So I am going to be the client, and whatever I'm seeing, like I'm seeing the text, I'm seeing the images, I'm seeing a nav bar, and what I'm seeing the align. You can see as separate boxes aligned here, and nav bar is aligned like this. So this is these pods, everything that related to, like the design pod, the structure pod, everything is going to be front end. Then what is going to be back? So back end, it speak with server. So client, it is going to be front end. Server, it's going to be back. So back end, the name, just think about that, front end. So it is going to be in front of the client. So back end means something that happens, but the client will not know that. Like he's understand like what is happening at the beginning. Okay, for example, we go for Wikipedia. If I search for Git, I just click a search. You can notice that page gets reloaded. You can see the page get reloaded, the page is changed and it's showing the result of git. Okay, something has happened, right? So whether we can able to get what has happened, no, we only know like I'm search for it, I can get it, right? So here comes the backend. So the backend is something, it's the server and the database, like asking for a request, like I need to what the review, I need to search for git. So if I hit the button, the page get reloaded. Why it is get loaded? The reason why it get reloaded means because it is a process and it need to several work in the back of the website. Okay, so that process we are not, we know it is happening, some process is happening in the back, okay, back of that website, and after that process get completed, it will send something, the response, it will, and the UI get updated. So that is going to be the backend. So just consider if I say a front end, okay, if I say front end is going to be the like we can use the mobile. Okay, if I use the what is going to be the front end? So the screen we are using, like whatever we are watching, that is going to be the front end, that is going to be the front end part, right? Okay, and what is going to be the back end? The back end is actually mechanism, like inside you have battery to for good, like you can see, like if I say front end is going to be the screen what you are displaying, but backend is going to be where all our motherboards, like batteries, sim card, and everything will be available in the. So this is, we don't consider this, right? But we see only front end, right? So if the phone looks great, then it is right. So the outside is going to be front end. Okay, so if the phone performs better, then that is going to be inside, that's going to be the back end. So the same concept apply for the web development. For example, if the website looks good, that is going to be the front end. Okay, for creating a good looking website, we need front end technologies. For back end, what is going to be a back end? So back end, we need the logic. So the logic behind this good looking website, I'm searching, I'm doing something, it need to happen. If I click a button, it need to buy something. If I have a payment, it need to do some payments, and that is going to be the backend. Okay, so this is the logical part, and this is going to be the, like we can say, the structure and UI part, like user and like that. Okay, so this is going to be the front end and this is going to be the back end. Okay, so now come to the entire process. So if I want to develop a website, first what is the process? First, the graphic designer, what he will do, he will and he will create some images and use for that website. Like you can see the icon image and some of the images, that's all designed by a graphic designer. Okay, and here comes an advanced version of this, that is called as UI UX designer. I hope that you will remember, you will do UX. So UI UX is designers nothing but by use several tools like graphics, like Figma, Adobe XD, like that. They will create a website. They will create a website, but not in the browser, not by using the programming. They will create a website by using this, like this good software. So what the UI UX designer will do? The UI UX designer will design a website. Okay, so they will design a website. Like you can go for some of the websites available. You can see some screenshot of a website. Like if you printers, you just type like website designs, right? So what they will do, create like a Photoshop, they will create a nav bar, they will create a hero section, they will create the content section, they will create the footer, like that they will create, and it is going to be in an image format. Okay, so this is going to be in an image format. Okay, so these all are the graphical part that takes place. So after this design is done, it will be handed over to the front end developers. Okay, who is the front end developer? Right now we know who's the front end. The front end developer who take care of the UI, which means they're going to write code, and they convert this design, they convert this image design to an browser code design, like something like this. Right now you have seen in the browser, like if H1 hello world, it is displaying it in the browser, right? So that is what the front end developer do. He just recreate it. What he will do, he will recreate this that Figma template he has. He just recreate it, but it will be available in an browser. We can able to see that work in the browser. So then it is another work taken by the backend developer. So what this backend developer will do, the backend developer take care of the logic. For example, there is obviously there is any is going to be there in the website. Like if I'm creating a website, there is need some functionality. Like if it is going to be e-commerce website, so we need to build a logic for buying and selling products. We need to build. We're going to run an personal blogging. So then there is going to be a logic like if you like that, you need to give a like and you need to give a comment and you need to get the data, some logic, and every website has some logic. Then that is the purpose of creating a website. Okay, so this logic done by backend, like the payment on data from the user, and making, like if you search for any related data, like we can fetch the data and we will show the user, and for business purpose, for personal purpose, like that, so much of things. So this every backend logic has been written, and then only the entire website get done. Okay, so now you can understand, like the graphic design is done by using some of the sketch and painting, like the UX, they use the Figma and all to create a Photoshop and all. Okay, so that is taken care of by them. And what is going to be front end? So if I want to use the front end, so what is the role of the front end? The role of the front end is to make this template available in a browser. So for creating that, what are the technologies I need? So here comes the three things. One is going to be, another one is going to be CSS, and another one going to be JavaScript. Okay, so this is going to be the front end part. And what is going to be backend? So backend, you need a server. So you're going to, like, never going to test the backend. Okay, so we need actually a server. A server is a thing that transfer your files from one place to another. So it is like an data transfer machines, like we can transfer to another place. So that is going to be a server. We need a server, and we need a programming language. So okay, so the programming language is going to be any, and I will tell you like which programming language you can choose for your better future. Okay, so a programming language, like we have Node.js, we have PHP, we have Python, we have Java, classical programming languages, everything that is we can use in the backend. Okay, so and we're going to see about the next is going to be the database. So the backend, the next thing is going to be the database. So database is going to be this data. For example, you are giving a sign up form, you are go for the sign up form and you are giving your details like email, password, and it is gets stored in some place, right? So the place gets stored, it's going to be the database. Okay, everything comes in the database, and using the data, it's going to be. Okay, so that is why the entire backend. Okay, so in this class we never going to touch the backend. So because we're going to see about JavaScript. Why I give this detailed explanation? Because the reason is you need to understand where the JavaScript has been used initially. So where the JavaScript has been used, it is used in the front end. So when it is going to work with something related with the browser, right? So I already said, so it is going to related with the, not going to related with the server. So if it is related with server, then it's going to be back. But I mentioned here JavaScript is related with the browser. Okay, so take from this session is like you need to understand JavaScript is something that we need to work browser. Okay, so that is what the takeaway. Okay, so just a minute, we remove this, go for here. So right now we understand, so where JavaScript is used, it is used in the front end. Okay, so for creating a front end, what are the tech we have? So we have HTML. What it is going to be? It is to be the structure of creating an website. For example, you need to create an you need to create the image tag, paragraph tag, heading stands, all the structure, all the essential elements. You can use HTML and you can create it. And what is the purpose of CSS? CSS is like a makeup. Like it is going to, like where this div has to come, how the image has to align. Things by the HTML and CSS. Okay, now you can think like, okay, so by using HTML and CSS, we can able to create a website. We can able to create a website. So that website has, like, I have some hi world, something like this. A website we can create, and we can align it to the right side by uses, and we can give a decent background color. We can give a button, and we can color that background color. Everything we do. So then, what is the purpose of JavaScript? What is the purpose of JavaScript in front end? I'm talking with only the front end. don't confuse. If you learned anything, just forget it and put that away. Okay, so I'm talking about the front end. So what is the use of JavaScript? Because I mentioned that JavaScript is going to be a front end language. So it is also called JavaScript. When it's introduced, the main purpose of is to speak with the browser. So we can mention the JavaScript as a client. It is not a programming language. We can say client scripting language. Okay, when it is introduced in 1990, it's called as client-side scripting language. So what is the use of it? What is the use of it is in front end? Because front end we can able to create a structure by using HTML, CSS. Then where it is using? Because backend is different, right? Backend is different, but where this JavaScript is using? Can we go for an website like every time? Like we can go a website called Dribble. Okay, so there is a website available that will. So this is for UI UX designer, like I already said now. So people create an UI UX design, something like that. So this is going to be, just consider this is going to be a website like that. Okay, so where you can post your anime, you can post everything, whatever the animation things you need, you can post it here. Okay, so this is for UI UX designer. Like you can see, just we going to create this. Okay, so now what are the things we know? We know HTML and CSS. Let us consider we can able to create this HTML by using this navbar by using HTML. Okay, do this. Okay, so I just like, can we able to create navbar by using HTML? The answer is yes, we can able to create. Like this is going to be the logo, this is going to be UL tag, and this is going to be the LI tag, and we can do that. And by using CSS we can create a background color to white, and we can do that, and we can give an bottom border like 1 pixel, some gray color like that, and we can able to create this input box, we can able to show something, and we can able to create the hover effect. If I hover over this element, it need to able to create, like. And also you can see this one, this is also we can able to create, and this button we can able to create, and this is we can able to create. And you can see, and everything is like a box. Every post they are posted, everything is arranged like a box, right? So we can able to create that by using flex box, grid box. We can able to create this box, or by using anything you can able to by position everything. So this entire website we can create by HTML and CSS right now. Okay, so then what is the use of JavaScript? Let us do some interaction with that. For example, just as consider here there is a button called following. Okay, so notice that over it will show some styling, like it will give some of the background color as light color. It is good that we can create by using CSS. If I click that button, you can see, if I click this button, you can see and div element is created, right? Sorry, if I click this button, you can notice that is created. Okay, so notice that I'm making an interaction. I'm clicking that, but and also you can notice that if I clicking that, the pages get reloaded. No, the answer is no, it is not get reloaded. It means it is not something that associated with backend, because backend is going to be a little bit time consuming process. It's need to work with the backend means. But here you can see there is no reload is happening, but I'm doing interaction. I'm clicking a button. It is showing me. So then what means that? It means something that speaks with the browser, and browser make this interaction, right? So by using HTML and CSS, we can able to create this interaction. If someone clicks this, you need to show this. We never see that, right? So just imagine, and you can see this filter button. If I click this, you can see a tag, an entire element is created, and inside element we have input tag, and we have color tag, and we have something. And here if I click this, you can see some of the Figma created with the Adobe Illustrator, something like that, right? So we can able to see a lot of option. So interaction, I'm doing some interaction, so if I do some interaction, some dynamic changes is happening. For example, if I click this post, you can see that an entire thing is created without reloading the page. Div is created. How it is created? By using JavaScript. Okay, I will explain it. What is JavaScript? Okay, so this interaction, and if I click this into more, what happened? Entire element get disappeared. How it is created? By using. So what is the use of it? Gives the life for the website. For front end, I'm speaking only the front end. Okay, so JavaScript gives the life for the website. JavaScript, if I created an HTML, if I created a website by using HTML and CSS, then it's going to be a static website. So what is my static website? It doesn't have, we are not able to do any interaction. That is something that is backend. If I click a button, the page get reloaded, then it's going to be a backend program. Okay, we are writing some of the backend program. Not that only. If reloaded means that is not a backend, I'm just giving an example. So backend is going to be a time consuming process. But here, how the browser is changed, right? So backend is all about working with server and database. But here browser is changed. If I click this, the browser is giving an additional HTML, it gives additional layout, it gives me it just close that without doing anything, the browser understands, right? So without, we can able to create by using HTML and CSS, we can able to create a stack only, like what we can say, a website that we can only see. We cannot make any interaction with that website. Okay, we are not able to do that. Okay, so that is what this that HTML and CSS will do. So if I want to do some interaction, if I want to give some life for a website, then JavaScript is used. So by using JavaScript, all of the things we can able to do, we can create an element. So what happened? If I click an element, you can notice that, and this element is created unless it is not there. Okay, if I click that, it will it is not created. Like this is going to be an example. If I click this, you can see this element is get created. Okay, so we created an element. Why? So that is an example. So for we can able to create an element, like which mean we can able to simply, we can say by using JavaScript we can able to manipulate. We can able to manipulate HTML and CSS. Okay, whatever interaction you are doing, that interaction with the browser, then it's going to be in JavaScript only. For example, theme switcher, like you have light mode and dark mode. You click this, entire thing is changed into black color and entire change white color. How it has happened? By using JavaScript. So because you click something, that something has happened, and what happened in JavaScript, what will do? It will understand it will produce a logic for you. Okay, so that is what it do. So by using HTML, we can JavaScript, we can create an element, we can delete an element, we can append an element, we can remove an element, and we can something blah blah whatever we want. We can able to change the style of an element. If I want to change the background color, yes, I can able to change the background color. If I want to change the font size, yes, I can able to change. If you want to change an attribute, we can able to do that. The simple terms, JavaScript is used to manipulate two things. Okay, so to dynamically. So what this JavaScript is doing? So JavaScript is used for HTML is used for structure, and CSS is used for design, and JavaScript is used for the what? Dynamicity. We can say dynamicity. So it makes website interactive. So it is helps to build an interactive website. Okay, so this is where JavaScript is mainly used. Okay, so now you can understand where JavaScript is used and why we need to study JavaScript. For you need to create an interactive website, you need to use the JavaScript. And now you have a doubt, like JavaScript is one of the popular programming language, like according to Stack Overflow, whatever. Okay, so they say to create a drop-down menu, it is considered as one of the most loved programming language or one of the top most programming language. Answer is no. Okay, so when JavaScript was introduced in 1995, okay, it came for only for front end. It is to speak with the browser, to say do something like this, to speak with the browser. But right now the situation, like for example, right now we can use JavaScript in multiple fields. For example, I can be able to use that in front end. Yes, of course, you can able to use that in front end because that is what it's meant for. And right now you can able to use the same JavaScript for back end. Yes, you heard it right. So front end speak with browser server. Yes, we can able to right now we can able to do that for front end, not only and normal JavaScript like the vanilla JavaScript, the old and classic language syntax, that is going to be a JavaScript. For front end, there are lots of libraries has been, I think hope many of you heard that word, like React.js, Vue.js, Angular.js, jQuery, so much of things, right? So these all are libraries and frameworks of JavaScript to create. Okay, everything has own job potentials. Okay, React has more compared to others. Everything has its own job potential. React has more job compared to others. So this is for the front end, how JavaScript evolve. So the same like this, JavaScript also get evolve, and we can use JavaScript in backend by using a runtime environment called Node.js. So Node.js, JavaScript, yes. So by using Node.js, it is going to be a runtime environment of JavaScript. So we can, by use the Node.js, we can able to access the backend too. So we are learning, anyhow we're going to learn JavaScript because it is the front-end browser script language available for us. So we're going to learn. So if I learn that clearly, then why not? We can able to learn the backend too. It is going to be so simple, right? So that is why by the JavaScript, you can able to become a full stack developer. Like whatever the stack you need, you can able to do. Not only this, the future, for example, speaking about Web3, blockchain. So JavaScript was, by using JavaScript, create that. Okay, speaking about virtual reality, augmented reality. What is meant by this augmented reality? What is meant by virtual reality? Like world called metaverse, right? So trending nowadays, right? By using JavaScript, we can create. What is meant by augmented reality? So a simple example, I think all of you are in Instagram like that, right? So in Instagram, you have some of the filters, right? So like you have some of the to some of the cool sun to your eyes when you are using the Instagram reels. Some of the cool sunglasses will come, some of the rabbits will come, some of the beauty things has been added. That is going to be augmented reality. So in sometimes a dinosaur has to come and it will give a fire, like, so you need to scan the flat surface, everything has to happen in the flat surface, right? So that is augmented reality. We can able to create that augmented reality, something we can go to and another universe, we can able to test that. By JavaScript, we can able to do. So robotics, in robotics, we can able to use the JavaScript. Everywhere, literally everywhere, we can use script. Okay, so if you want to be a tester, automation tester, so right now JavaScript is using. Wherever you go, JavaScript is introduced and it is using. Okay, so that is the main reason. If you learn a JavaScript, then it's going to be easy. So why I'm saying all these things means, get confused, JavaScript is tough. The answer is yes, JavaScript is tough because it has so much of complexity. Like, so from the language itself, there are so much of questions whether JavaScript is a programming language. Here it is a question because it comes like a front end, but it is now used in all the way. So it's also, we can consider programming language. Some of the people accept it is a programming language, and still some people don't accept it is going to be a scripting language only. They don't accept that, right? So, and here comes to whether it is going to be an interpreted language or compiler. So it's from starting it is going to be an interpreted language, but then it is started to compile also. Now it is using both of them, like something called as JIT. It is using both of them. Okay, so here there is a, so there is like so much of confusion. Like it is going to be a single thread. Yes, it is going to be single thread, and on the other hand, it is going to be fast. What? It is going to be a single thread language. It is going to be a fast one. It is going to be synchronous. It is going to be asynchronous, and it is going to be asynchronous too. We have so much of confusions, right? So JavaScript makes complex in the field of all the programmers, but just you need to think about only one thing. JavaScript is going to be tough only for those people who are trying to master JavaScript. If you want to try to master JavaScript, want to be an expert in JavaScript, you want to learn JavaScript everything, then it's going to be tough for you, and it takes at least 2 years to complete all the things we need to learn in JavaScript. Okay, but when it comes to front end, so right now what we need only the front end, right? So when it comes to front end, JavaScript is the easiest one. Okay, so you can able to do JavaScript easily, because when you want to work with something called augmented testing, Web3, blockchain, here we need to learn so much of things because we need to understand everything in JavaScript. That is the necessary. But here we're going to use only end. So then it's going to be very easy. Learning JavaScript for front end, it's going to be very easy. Then what should I learn? So for front end, what should you learn? So for front end in JavaScript, you need to learn the basics concept. Why? To understand the syntax. Like if I say why basic concept, like what? If you know some bits, there is a repeated basic concept is available, like what is variable, what is data type, what is going to be function, what is going to be loop, what is going to be conditional statement, what is going to be like array, going to be object, like that. So these all are the basic things that are available in all programming language. If you learn Java, there is available what you need to learn about variable, data type, function, everything. If you learn C++, you learn everything, right? Same like that in JavaScript, though it is going to be a scripting language, here also it has everything. You need to learn the basic concept, and afterwards you need to learn extra thing, the DOM. So what is this DOM? See, we learning a programming languages is very easy. Learning implementing Python in certain field is tough. Learning JavaScript easy, implementing in certain thing is tough. So what is the use of JavaScript? To speak with the browser. So by using this DOM, there is an API. So DOM API only, we use this language to speak with the browser. Okay, DOM is used to manipulate, your HTML. So this is the one that going to use. So there are only, I think, 10 to 9 methods and properties are available. If you that, that's it. You can able to change the back, you can able to create an element, append an element, you can create a dynamic website for 90%, able to do that. Okay, so that's it. And afterwards you need to learn ES6 concept. What is meant by ES6 concept? It is going to be the modern JavaScript. Like every programming has its own updation, like that JavaScript also, the ES6 is the modern some of the new features that are available to JavaScript, that is going to be the ES6 updated one. Okay, so here some of the additional methods, some of the additional properties has been added to JavaScript. That is what ES6. Okay, so don't panic. Okay, so that is what ES6, and that's all. Okay, so these are all the things you need to learn, and this is very easy. You can at least 2 to 4 weeks and try to concept. If you are beginning, try the concept and just work it on small project, and try to do multiple more projects, means then you can able to do that. Okay, fine. Here comes another question: why I need to learn JavaScript, not other programming language? Only thing is, if you take JavaScript, it is going to be in the top loud programming languages and top most popular programming language. If you go for any website, you can see it is going to be JavaScript. Okay, because why? Because it is used in this much of field, and you can see this virtual reality, augmented reality, Web3, blockchain, everything is going to be the future of the web development. Okay, so for every web development feature of the web, we have that JavaScript in common, so you can learn that. So another thing you need to notice, that if you learn JavaScript, you can able to become a full stack developer. This is the only thing, because if you learn any other programming language like Java, if you learn PHP, even though you learn this language, it is only used in back end. You can able to use this language for back end, not for front end. Okay, so you want to learn JavaScript also for front end, so then you can learn JavaScript a little bit tough, you can use it in back end too. So that is the reason. And also third most job opens, like you can say Marin stack developer. By JavaScript, you can become a Marin stack developer, you can become a mean stack developer, you can become a JavaScript developer, front end developer, back end React.js developer, Angular developer, whatever. Whatever you need to add, you can able to add that. But if you learn any other programming language, it is going to be in, for example, Python, it is going to be a backend developer and Python developer, and if it is going to be any framework, it is going to be in front end framework only. Even though you learn this, it's like if you learn Django for backend, even though you learn this, you need to learn React, you need to learn something Angular if it is necessary, you need to learn, and also you need to learn JavaScript. So if you are really beginner, just go for JavaScript and learn it. Okay, it will be the best choice you ever make. Okay, so come to the conclusion, like JavaScript is used in front end and used in back end. So for front end, we can use to speak with the browser, and for back end, we can use to speak with the server. Okay, so learning the front end is going to be very easy compared to others. So you can learn this just by learning the basic syntax and learn the DOM. That's enough. Okay, so that is more than you can become an entire front-end developer, and then afterwards you can go and learn how to implement the JavaScript in backend. That is going to be very easy for you. Okay. Okay, so that's for JavaScript. I hope that you will understand, like, voice. Okay, thank you. Okay, so that's it for JavaScript, and I just give an idea about JavaScript only, like the entire. If you want to learn JavaScript from big, for the previous week we have covered so much of things. Okay, so you can use that. You can use that previous video, and also from Monday we're going to start the advanced JavaScript. For 4 days we're going to run this workshop for JavaScript, specifically for JavaScript only. So we're going to teach the entire JavaScript in the YouTube channel. You can see that too. Okay, so I just hand over the section to Nabidu Biswas sir.
So thank you, Masam, and thank you, Hari, for taking such a wonderful session. And they are our regular teachers for CSS and JavaScript. And this was just a glimpse of what they take. Okay, and this is not a complete thing. If you go to our channel, like I have opened my browser only. So if you go to our channel, the web, I hope you have subscribed till now. See, if you have found something interesting, if you found something there, you would have subscribed by this time. Okay, so please do subscribe to our channel. It helps the channel grow, and we're doing so much. Nobody on the internet is doing that much which we are doing. Okay, so that is there. And one more thing, we every month we have a very long boot camp, also the whole day boot camp, like this 8-hour boot camp. So next week we are going to have something, okay, like that. So please do come and all these things. And we have got almost everything on this channel, from your clones and everything else is also there. So if you see the videos on the channel, you will see that Hari and Mausam are doing a lot of things like CSS beginners, JavaScript beginners, and all those things are happening every month. Every month it is happening. So next week, as Hari has told, he's take the JavaScript JavaScript master classes. So please do attend. It's at 8:30 p.m. IST, and it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So it happens like that. So that will happen, and please do like, if you like and subscribe if you're not done. And coming back to one thing which I've told at the starting, and that was about the internship. Yeah, we take interns regularly on our TWD. We have interns, a lot of interns. In fact, 2 interns are right now working, and their internship is going to end by this month. So by September end it is going to end. And we want interns. See, if you know, interns need to know something, but how do we know that you know something? And we don't want to give our students a fair playing ground. So what we do, most of the time our internship programs are like this. Okay, I will give also this link. So we have recently announced this thing, so a lot of you might be new. So I will give the internship program. Okay. Maybe I'll put it in the latest WhatsApp group also, because the old WhatsApp groups people know this thing. So how to do this internship? Okay. So this internship, for this internship, you have to get our 4 certificates. But some of you might be asking that it is already half of the month, and the certificates which will be done in the month of September, because we have this thing every month. So not that, we want only the September certificates to be done. So September certificate means September CSS beginners to advanced certificate you need, JavaScript beginners to advanced certificate you need. So both of these certifications are done. So they were done during the first and the second week of this month. Okay, so from 5th the CSS was done, and 12th the JavaScript was done. Then next week is JavaScript advanced to master, which will be taken by Hari. So please do attend it at 8:30 p.m. IST and get the certificate. And it's a 4-day thing, and again you have to fill the attendance form every day, and you to get the certificate. Then there is React.js beginners to advanced certificate, which I'm going to take on the last week of this month, which is 26th. I'm going to take. Okay, and just the theoretical thing is not enough. So we want you to learn, because if you're going to work as an intern with us, you're not like just coming here and doing nothing. How we will be benefited for that? Interns means they have to do the work, or else how you will work? We need React.js developer, but we will not be that much hard. We need at least developers who know a bit of React.js. How do you know React.js? you should know CSS, you should know JavaScript, you should know React. All those things you should know. So just doing theory is not enough. We don't know whether you have just opened your mobile and left it like that. Okay, we don't know that. So you have to complete our projects also. In our channel, we run projects also. So that, because our main aim is to make everyone a web app developer. So we, in this month, we have already done this CSS front-end mentor projects, JavaScript projects also we have done, and React.js projects we are soon going to see, soon going to do. So if you come here in the comment section, it will be mentioned. See, everything is mentioned. So I will even put the comment here. Maybe it will be done. Okay, so comment is not coming. Okay, so comment is not coming. You can see this comment in this LinkedIn thing. You can see this comment. So all the things are there. All the playlists are there. So how to get the CSS certificates? Because it is already done. So you go here in CSS. It is a set of 4 days thing. So every day you go see the video. There will be somewhere, so the attendance link will be there. So see the video and see the videos and okay. So you see the videos, and what you do after this, you say that you have filled the attendance form, or else we are not going to know. So you fill the attendance form, and okay, you fill the attendance form, and then we are going to learn that okay, you have filled the attendance form. So all 4 days you can do, and we can learn that you have filled the attendance form. So please add a comment here that I have already seen the video and filled the attendance form, or else I will not be able to know. So then day 2 you go to this thing, day 2 you do, day 3 you do, and day 4 you do. So all these things you need to do, and just you mention that you have filled the attendance form. Okay, so this is there, and then JavaScript is actually also done. So JavaScript beginners to advanced is also done by Hari. So you go here and the link is there. So all 4 days playlist are there. You go there, fill the attendance form. Attendance form, just like I have given the attendance form, I would have given the attendance form in these things also. Find the attendance form, fill the attendance form, leave a comment that you fill the attendance form, because these are already done. But we are giving the opportunity to you people also who have just joined this thing to apply for the internship, and it is a highly, means it will be a paid internship. Okay, the stipend will not be like very huge, but it will be paid internship. We are not taking money from you, we are giving money to you. So it will be there, paid internship of 3 months, and all of our interns have got very good job. Soon there will be testimony on all my channel. One of my first intern, he's like doing awesome job in Bangalore. So if you have our internship, it is like way too awesome. Means you're getting a certificate and everything. You're going to work on very good React.js projects, and all those projects you're going to work. So those things are there. So you have to complete like in the it is mentioned that 2 JavaScript projects, 3 CSS projects, and 1 project from React.js projects. Okay, you have to do. So those things you have to do, and then we are going to give you the certificate. And first, there are only 4 positions. So, and the last day to submit is October, I think. Yeah, October 15th is the last day to apply. So you do these things, because the projects is something which will take time. Generally the projects are the something you have to see those video and create the project and send us the GitHub link, or maybe the Google Drive link, whatever is there. So maybe I will, after our last day is done, I will send a link form, maybe I will send, and that you can submit it and submit the thing, like whatever is there, you can submit it, and then we are going to check the projects. The projects are the main thing. You have to do the projects, or else you cannot work on the internship, because how we will take help from you. Okay, so that is there, and hope you have liked what we have done. If you're not yet subscribed, please do subscribe. And we are going to start our next batch, online batch, which you have every 2 months on from October 10th. I'm going to tell more about it, so stay in tune. All of our students, this is a highly demanded batch. All of our students till today, everybody have got job. Okay, so because I'm in connection with so many people, as I always say, there are more React.js jobs than the people. What is different, what is it is different from our YouTube videos? The mentorship is different, and we take proud to say that we give job guarantee also, and that is there. But you have to complete the projects. Okay, so that is there, and it is more than 80% ratio we have right now. Yeah, 20% people we were not able to give the job because they have not completed the projects and all. So that is there, and till now 80% people have got the job through our thing, and that is there. And contact us if you want to do those online batches. It is weekdays 8:30 to 9:30 from October 10th. Okay, so with this, I will hope you all liked it. Please do like and subscribe if you're not yet done. Please do like and subscribe. And if you want to learn more about the internship thing, you can always ping us on the chat and all. Okay, in the WhatsApp groups which you are there. Hope everybody is there in some WhatsApp group. Okay, so one more thing before going, last thing which I'm going to do, if you are just watching it and if you're not here in the WhatsApp group, I will give the link to the latest WhatsApp group. Okay, so join the WhatsApp group for latest date. Okay, let me make it here also. Join the WhatsApp group for latest update. Okay, so that is it. So with this, I'll end today's stream. Thank you all for attending. Thank